Hello guys. So I am coming to you today to talk about a makeup changer for me. So I have been doing my own makeup not long at all, but long enough to say what works and what doesn't work for me. Now, what works for someone else may not work for me, or what works for me may not work for someone else. I went through that phase of just wearing BB cream, and then it was like, I want to wear makeup. So I have gone into this like extreme shopaholic of makeup. And but going through my phases, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm looking at my skin like, oh my god, why is my makeup not lasting? Like on my way to work, I was beat when I got here, and 5 hours later, you can see all my imperfections. It's like, what the hell was the point of putting the makeup on? So I went back and was like, oh, I'm not wearing a primer. That could possibly be why. So I started wearing primers, and I was like, oh, okay, I saw a bit of a change. And then it was like, well, now you need a setting spray. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now the primer, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. But most setting sprays is like first ingredients agua, which is water. So I'm just like, that can't be it either. That can't. But you know what? I'll get it anyway, and let's just see. My makeup stayed on longer, but I was transferring. I was like protruding oil out of my skin. I looked like a grease ball. It was terrible. Oh my gosh. It's like, I don't know what it's doing. Like, I should just cut it off. Should I just cut it all off? I don't know. Looking up reviews, looking up at tutorials, like what? My face is like terribly oily. So I'm like, okay, what in the world is going to be able to let me at least not look oily for 45 minutes, an hour, two? I finally looked up some of things, and I did a lot of reviews, and I'm like, I'm not spending my money on this because y'all don't understand what I mean when I say I'm oily. Like, I know what you mean when you say you oily, but do you know what I mean when I say I'm oily? But I went on ahead and I bought some Becca primer. And when I say Amazon is like, it gives me life, Amazon gives me life. I bought this off of Amazon for, actually, my husband bought it off of Amazon for, I think it was like $27 for this. So $27 per 1.3435 fluid ounces. So technically, $27 per ounce. Do you know how much? Do you know how much money that is? And something has to work. Something. I tried this primer one Saturday because I knew I wasn't going anywhere, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it just to see. When I say my face was matte for, oh gosh, at least 6 hours, not one secrete of oil felt like it came out. But there is a but. When I went to work and I tried it, it was completely different. I would say I stay matte at work for about 5.5 hours. But when I'm not doing anything at all, I can stay matte until I go back to sleep at night. I'm a little conflicted on if it's like, yeah, I should definitely go, like, it is worth the money. I don't know if I feel that way. Uh, $30 is a lot of money for a 5 hour wear, but I would say if you've tried everything else and it's not working, Becca is probably the only thing that's going to work for you. Like now, I have on makeup and I don't feel any oil at all. It's like a fighting barrier against oil or something. So I would say that it definitely is worth a try. It's definitely worth um, trying to figure it out. One thing that I would say not to do when putting this on is do not rub it in like a lotion. Don't do that. Um, put it on by a patting motion, or I do a swipe motion where I just swipe going in one direction. But you do not want to rub it in like a lotion. So that is probably my review on it. I'm sure that people have their own reviews, own thoughts, own opinions on it. It definitely, definitely changed my makeup routine. Um, but it did not stop my oil all day, and it did not stop it um, all the way. It definitely, definitely made a significant difference, but it did not completely 100% prevent. So I just wanted to come to you with that review. Hopefully it helps somebody out, and see you later.